Wow. So how do you like my Mr. Victor? There was a time I attempted to almost use the real thing, but apparently scared so many people. You guys are such pretenders. Karibuni sana to Marriage is a Scam with a Cherry on Top. And my name is Getrude Mungai. I'm a lifestyle designer for sex and relationships. Every time you see me with a bottle, guess what? It's demonstration time. And due to public demand, I have been asked to give tips on how to give a hand job. You know, and just because in one of those bridal showers, I told ladies, in order for you to give a very good blowjob, you have to know how to give a killer hand job. So this is going to be my Mr. Victor today, and I broke a nail. Yeah, when I went to the Fifi Islands, I tried snorkeling. It's not for me. Mimi ni mrabai, niendelea tu kutembea kwa bahari. This snorkeling thing. So I broke my nail. Otherwise, don't worry, the finger still works, and I am going to do it right. So, first things first. Before you even attempt to give a hand job, your hands have to be soft. I've told you guys 1,001 times. Not just a hand job, even massage. If you want to give him a sensual massage, your hands have to be soft. If you are like me, always dry and whatever hands, then you need to soften your hands. And I've just the tip for you. This is my vitamin E oil, which I sell at the shop, and it's used for so many things. Inner thighs, elbows, knees, face, as one of your facial regime. You can actually add it to be one of your products, but better yet, you use this with sugar. So I am in someone's office. I didn't bring sugar with me, but I brought the oil. Put just like half a teaspoon of sugar and your oil. Enough oil to make sure the sugar is soaked in the oil, and just massage like this. You know, you don't just want this area to be soft. Massage and massage. You can sing your ABCs. You can sing praise and worship. You can sing whatever it is that makes you happy. You know, just take about 2 to 3 minutes. You know, just 2 to 3 minutes of good hard massage. Not too rough. Just make sure you massage. And this massage oil actually disappears in your skin. It doesn't linger around, you know. So my vitamin E oil is not the best for sensual massage, but it's very good for softening your hands with the sugars. Like you've created a scrub, an exfoliator. You know, once your hands are silky soft, you know, soft as a baby's bum. No one can be softer than that. You know, then you're good to go. So now you have soft hands. The next thing is the room. You know, the room has to be warm. Right now it's raining, cats and dogs. At the coast, it's raining across the country. You know, in Nairobi, it just stopped raining from where I'm shooting. You know, so make sure the room is warm enough, you know, and then dress up for the part. Don't just go showing up looking like you've just come from kusaidia watu wa mijengo, or you've come from running a marathon, or you come from the gym. You know, wear some nice sexy clothes, because sisi sote si wanawake peke yake ama wanaume peke yake. Sisi sote tunakula na macho. Ukishakula na macho, ukishashiba, hizo zingine zitaendelea vizuri. So dress up nicely, warm, yes. If you have to warm the room, fine. And you need to look hot. And he needs to look hot too. Okay? After that, make sure he's all laid out. You know, amelala on his back. And don't worry about Mr. Victor whether he's amechemsha muhogo, that's my code word for erection. Whether he has an erection or not, it doesn't matter. You don't focus on that yet. Okay? And then you have to accessorize. My goodness. I love accessorizing when I'm giving a hand job, and I love using beads. You know, beads are so easy and so sensual, and they have to be the right beads and so easy to use. So, and you can use one, you don't have to use all these. One is good enough. This is how you're going to do. Yes, screw it in. Oh, this one is not screwing in. What's going on? Okay. These ones have just been delivered. My beads have been out of stock for a very long time because I had lost track. I had lost contact to the person who used to make them. Remember, there was a Muchoni woman who used to do them. So I've taught somebody here in Nairobi, and now they're able to do them. So this is the first batch. Yes, imefungika vizuri. Okay, and these ones are done for the waist. These are special. It's for the waist. It's not the ones you buy from Masai Market or from wherever. These ones, they are not too tight and they are not too loose and they are not too rough. You can wear them on your waist. Even if it cools your hair kidogo, it's not as painful. So this is what you're supposed to do. Make smaller loops, circle, depending on the size of your Mr. Victor, of his Mr. Victor. Today you own it. Size of your Mr. Victor, you have to own it. So this is where the beads are supposed to be. Place the beads not on the gland, not on the head, not on the gland, definitely not on the shaft, right above the bodyguards or the balls, just above, not under, just above. Okay, so you can do this especially when you're giving a blowjob, then you can do the beads, you give him double excitement. Okay, but tonight we are talking about a hand job. We are doing a hand job. So you can do with the hand job, it's not as fun, but with the beads, when you're combining hand job and a blowjob, beads are the best. Let's just go back to how you can pleasure him as you're giving Miss Victoria a break, or you're adding, foreplay, and you want to prolong it for 20 minutes, or you just want, it's a nice, cold, rainy afternoon, you're indoors, you don't just have to be watching movies or scroll on your phone. These are some of the activities couples can do. So, soft hands, the room is warm, he's all laid out on his back, and he's ready for action. Sure. So, lubricants. These are products you find in my shop. This is a smooth gel, and this is smooth gel, and this is Aruba. Okay, you can use the vitamin E oil on him, but if you use any other oil other than personal lubricants, you can't have penetration after. But if you're doing this as an event on its own, there's no chance of penetration that particular day, this will be okay. But if there's a chance of penetration, you either use this or this. Okay, now let's start with smooth gel. Okay, it's sealed. If you get smooth gel, if you get a personal lubricant anywhere that is not sealed, oh my goodness, my nails. Okay, there we go. Yes, and smooth gel, by the way, it's not cold. You know the way so many lubricants, they're so cold when you apply it on him. If Mr. Victor was saying attention, he goes, no, this is not going to do that. And then many lubricants, they actually chunk up when you put them there. This one actually drizzles. See how light smooth gel is? If you put enough, it's going to be able to drizzle. It doesn't just inakwamilia to hapo juu. So I'm going to take whatever it is I put on there. This is a bottle. It will smooth gel perform better on the real Mr. Victor. Mr. say, hey, you're Mr. Victor. Eyes for demonstration, guys. So here we go. Make sure you have a lot of it now. Remember the difference between a hand job, a blow job, and penetration. Penetration, Miss Victoria, is wet. Blow job, Miss Nandi, the mouth is wet. But when it comes to a hand job, you really have to use enough lubricant. Okay, and I'm telling you, the consistency in smooth gel is the best for penetration or even for the hand job. You see, so the first step is to make sure you wet him up. So it's wetting him up. Make sure it's all wet up, all the areas you intend to massage and touch all the way. Step 1, wet him up. Step 2, get him hard. Okay, by now when you're wetting him up, either amelala, saidi amelala, the guy is not fully erect. So get him hard, you push 90 degrees, bring it back, 90 degrees, bring it back, 90 degrees back, 90 degrees back. By the time you do a whole 360 degrees, his hand. Not necessarily rock hard, but he's hard enough. And that's okay. You can work with that. You want him to be a bit hard, not a bit, you don't want him spongy. Okay? So, step 1 and 2 and 3, they have to follow in that order. Later on, all the other steps, you can mix them up. There's no problem. But 1, 2, and 3, they have to follow in that order. So, now, you have wet him up, you have gotten him hard, and even when you're doing the 90 degrees angle, you don't do this. You saw me doing that, bring it back. Do this, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 360 degrees, we are good to go. And now, step 3, mark him. Show him you are a pro at this. This side of your finger, do this. You know, the tip of your hand, just play around with the gland. And then this side of your finger, play around with the shaft. And this side of your hands, play around with the shaft again. And this side of your hand, play around with the balls. Let's take that again. Finger, gland, you know, and shaft, and balls. Okay? That way you have marked him, you know, and then don't spend a whole hour doing this. He's gonna get bored. And don't do like, you know, take your time, go back, take your time, and massage the balls. Now let's talk about the balls a little. I know it's so tempting for women to just go on squashing and squashing and squashing, and you're thinking they enjoy. Sometimes they will, but most of the time they wouldn't. So just read his body language. If he's a little bit, maybe it's not the day, they're a little bit sensitive, so don't leave them alone. You know, just give them a rub and leave them alone. But you know, it's like when somebody takes a finger and plays around with your inner. See, it's not painful, but can you imagine how uncomfortable that is? Sometimes it's the same. Well, I know I don't have balls, but I've had first-hand information. Okay, and if you dry up, just keep adding. You know, for now, I still have enough lubricant for me to continue giving this nice bottle a hand job. But if it dries up on the skin, I just your sponge should just be there and just continue giving him a hand job. Okay, so step 1, 2, and 3 done. We have wet him up, we have marked him, and we have wet him up, we have gotten him up, and we have marked him. So the rest, just move them around. Like I like using this side of my hand, I call it the chapati. Put enough and just massage. Now this is actually good during sex play, just before you have sex. You can actually do this. And it's also good after you've gone for round 1, you want to go for round 2. This is one of the things you can help me to get at, because this side of your hand is soft, you know, and many times the gland becomes a little bit sensitive. So this is one of the best. So I call this the chapati. And the palm lick also feels good when you just lick it with your palm, go around and just lick it with your palm. Now, I don't think Mr. Vita is going to be able to go this round. So it's you taking different angle. You come this side, you come this other side, and just lick him. Give him a palm lick. Okay? Another one is double hander. Put your hands together like this, and then go him and hold him tight and take him a bit round. This is very, very soothing. Don't do it rough. You know, just very tight hands. Put them over, you know, like this. Put them over, but facing you. And from the gland to the shaft above the balls. Don't go under the balls, above the balls. Just give a very good grip, and the whole Mr. Victor, you take him round. He's not gonna go round like this, but in that motion. I hope you're getting it. In that motion. It's called the double hander. Okay? And I also like the fakie. Fakie is also very, very good when he's going through his refractory. Just the time after ejaculation to him getting another erection, because you want to go for round 2. So hold up your hand like this and put enough lubricant. It's like you're creating, you know, a fake Miss Victoria. Do that and put it right in you know, and massage the gland. This again is very good if you want to get him harder quickly. You know, you just go up and down, up and down. Massage the gland a bit to the shaft. And since you have control, you can go lower, you can go shallow, you can go deeper. Lower, shallow, deeper. And you can actually do this with a very, very hard grip. Now, sometimes for one reason or another, you're not able to go to Mubasaraha. And if you are like me, you don't have sex during your periods, and the guy really, really needs it, Feki is one of the best solutions. You know, I know there's the obvious hand job we've been given. I'm really trying to avoid that. Maybe I'll do it at the end of all this. But for now, Feki is your best friend. Like you said, you have control. Don't go shallow, mid, deeper. Shallow, mid, deeper. You know? Now, another step, I decided to write them down so I don't forget. Yeah, so far we've done the doorknob. Okay, how do you open the door? Like this. So this motion, you know, and then you come up here and just like you screwing it up and down, you know, round and round and round. That is called the doorknob. Again, it has a very good sensation. Don't bother going to the bottom. Just doorknob, because you're concentrating on this. It's not the chapati where you massage him with this part. You keep it to these fingers and you go round and round and round. Okay? Another is cooling him off. Now, cooling him off, by now, if you've done, after the first 2, 3, you've done 3 others, he's getting very, very excited. He's almost coming, or he's almost shooting. So this is what you're supposed to do, a headless massage. And this is also very good when you're having penetrative sex and he's about to come, you want to delay. It's the best for delay. Headless massage, again, you hold it just under the gland to the top, you know, the shaft. Beginning of the shaft to the end. Leave the gland alone and leave the balls alone. Just beginning, you know, up and down, up and down. If you go higher, it's exciting him, but you want to cool him off. You want him to lose the erection. You want to delay the ejaculation. So from here to here, cool him off, you know, and use much pressure. In fact, if you're not sure of how much pressure you're supposed to use, ask him. Put your hand here and tell him to show you how much pressure. You know, many times we think, oh, Mr. Victor is so delicate. If I use so much pressure, it will break. Yes, Mr. Victors do break. And yes, they do not have a bone, but they have a very strong gland. It's called a penile bone, but it's a gland, but it's called a bone. You know, but yes, it does break. Especially when you go to Mobasara, then it hits a very hard surface, it can break. But it is so strong and so agile, you know. It's able to go round. It can do a 360, it's not gonna break. Okay, so give him a headless massage to cool him off. Give him a headless massage. Withdraw, give him a headless massage if you want him to prolong the penetration. Okay, yes, I wrote them down so at least I don't forget. Okay, so we've done that, and yes, so we've done over and under. Yes, over and under. You massage him over and you come up. You flip upside down. Okay. Now, some of these techniques, they are very, very good for build up. You know, not to finish. You know, somewhere in the middle, so you can give a variety. They're very good for build up, especially something like this. You know, it's not to slow him down, but you want him to get him hard. You just want to mess up with his mind. You take him up and down, up and down. I'm telling you, it's going to make you feel so sexy, look so sexy. And in his books, you're going to earn a lot of marks. Now, depending on why you're giving him a hand job in the first place, you could give him a hand job because you're not able to have penetration, so you want him to finish. You could give him a hand job because it's for part of your foreplay. You could give him a hand job because you're bored on traffic jam, Kenyatta Avenue, or whichever avenue you are at, and you're stuck in traffic jam. You wanted to keep yourself busy. You know, I hope not. Or, so if you're giving him a hand job to finish, then you need to finish with this. If you're giving him hand job as part of the foreplay, you know, you want penetration, this is the time to penetrate. But let me just assume it is an event on its own. You're giving him a hand job so he can finish. I need to add a bit of the lubricant. You know, this is vigorous. You know, so you see, when you're giving a head-based massage, you're starting below the gland and above the balls. Yeah, but if you're doing it to finish, and this is what almost everyone has been doing. If you ask people the idea of a hand job, this is what they do, and that's okay. It's part of the deal. So if you want him to finish, this is how you finish. Ask him how much, and you do this. Careful with your face and your nice, beautiful hair. Make sure you do this, and he can mwagia huko kwa wall. You will sort it out in the morning. Not your maid, you sort it out in the morning. And good people, this is how you give a nice hand job to your husband. Asanteni sana. My name is Getrude Mungai. I'm a licensed designer of sex and relationship, and you are watching Marriage is a Scam with a cherry on top. If you keep doing this, nobody's gonna feel scammed in this marriage. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on all my social media platforms. The name is still Getrude Mungai. Subscribe, like, and really I would love to hear from you. Asanteni sana na Mungu